Hello, I'm Bill Robertson. Thanks for being with us tonight. With only a few hours left in the day, it seems appropriate that people would fill churches to reflect and try to get some relief. Kimberly Beery is live in Dunbar, where believers and heroes unite tonight. Kimberly?
Bill, a year ago last year, evil shook America, and as you can see behind me, the First Baptist Church of Dunbar is fighting back with love of life and love of God.
Where were you when the world stopped turning on that September day?
Members of the First Baptist Church of Dunbar were praying for those killed. 1 year later, they come together again.
The police and firemen of New York City ran up the steps while hundreds of citizens were running down.
Sandy Fix's husband runs toward danger. Every day he's on the job. He's a Dunbar fireman.
We've been married 27 years this month, and there wasn't a time that he didn't go out the door or something happened that I wanted to make sure that he came home the next day. But I put it in God's hands. I didn't worry about it.
A year after the attacks, David Fix says the evil he saw has turned into good.
Patriotism has soared. Church services have soared in the last year, and I think it's united our country in a way that hasn't been united since maybe World War II.
First Lieutenant Alan Martin.
Everyday heroes are discovered in our own backyards. This service is about remembering the attacks, recognizing the dangerous world we live in, and to begin rebuilding a nation under God. So you see this more as a celebration?
Yes, I do. You know, we stuck together as a nation, and we're sticking together as a church, and that's what we're doing here.
A servant that did attend tonight's service received a certificate of appreciation from this congregation.
Well, Kimberly, there's no doubt about it that the thank you is well deserved, but what does the congregation want to see in terms of change in America?
Well, one pastor I talked to says that he wants Americans to protect themselves, but at the same time realize that God does have a plan for each and every one of us.
That is Kimberly Beery live in Dunbar tonight. Thank you, Kim.
Well, perhaps one of the most symbolic ways our country shows its respect and unity could be seen everywhere today. By order of our Commander-in-Chief, George W. Bush, flags on federal buildings were flown at half-staff. Governor Wise also directed all state flags be lowered to remember the victims of September 11th. And government flags weren't the only ones flying proudly today. Several companies in Northgate Business Park off of Greenbrier Street all pitched in to buy money to purchase 500 Old Glories. They displayed them along the driveways of the business park.
The 9/11 observances continue tonight with a candlelight vigil along the Canal River. Jennifer McAndrews is live tonight from the University of Charleston. Jennifer.
Bill, it was a lovely ceremony here at the University of Charleston. A crowd of about 150 people or so gathered on the front steps of the Geary Auditorium. A chance for them to get together to feel unified on this one-year anniversary of the tragic terrorist attacks. Members of the police and fire departments, also paramedics, all gathering here. Also members of the military on hand, listening to speakers talk about the capacity of Americans to overcome this type of tragedy. Also hearing about the courage that people who wear those uniforms to protect us have. All the speakers say there's hope and lots of resolution within the American people to overcome tragedies like this. All of this taking about 2 weeks to put together, and to talk more about that, we have Ben Beakes with us. And Ben, you wear a couple of hats when it comes to this ceremony. You're more than just a student here. You helped get everything together, and you did a service like this last year. Was this bigger? Did you see more people this year?
Definitely, there was more people here this year. Last year it was more of a throw it together in one day type of thing, and this year we had 2 weeks to put it together, and it's just a great honor to bring the students and also the members of the community and the Charleston community, our neighbors, to come out this evening to honor those who died on September 11th.
You had a diverse crowd.
Yes, and we're a diverse student body. We do have, given our small campus, we do have a lot of people of the Muslim Islamic faith. And it was important to incorporate those people into the ceremony, and that's why we had someone from the Islamic Center of West Virginia to come speak to talk about that.
All right, Ben Beakes, thanks so much for putting all this together this evening. The service here did culminate with a candle lighting service and the playing of the bagpipes. Bill?
Jennifer McAndrews live tonight from the University of Charleston. Thank you.
Well, many West Virginians suffered losses in the attack on America. While thousands of people paid their respects at Ground Zero, West Virginians paid their own respects. Jason Nicholas shows us a special ceremony this morning at our state capitol.
Live in the best country on earth, and we need to show that, especially on a day like today. A year later, a time to remember, a time to heal for the close to 1,000 gathered on the morning of September 11th, 2002.
Every day of my life, I think of the tragedy of 9/11. I'll never forget it. And I think it's just a united stand we took today to show that terrorism is on the way out.
On hand, the heroes of 9/11 and those who defend our freedom.
All those firemen have been killed when those buildings collapsed. And knowing what they were doing, they loved, and knowing they were sacrificing themselves to do their job and save other people.
The emotions come back pretty strong. I really didn't think that they would. And today I'm sure that there'll be a lot of tears in a lot of officers' eyes, and people will be expressing some major feelings about the things that went on a year ago.
Some who held flags lived through our world's last World War. Others, while young, know what it means to live in this country.
Why'd you come here today?
Because I'm American.
After a cloudy start, by the end of the ceremony, blue skies had poked through, forecasting better times ahead. Jason Nicholas, Eyewitness News, Charleston.
Because I'm an American, at the end of the 2-hour ceremony, 2 twin planes from the West Virginia National Guard flew overhead.